Alright, so welcome to the first official episode of Grinding with Borgman. This is going to be a daily stream or video of me just going over my warm-ups, basically. I need help, I need help doing my warm-ups every day. I need that motivation, and I know a lot of other people do, which is why these videos are going to be called Grinding with Borgman. They're for everybody who's grinding. Doing the things that you need to do for your success, but that you don't like doing. So every day we're going to be, like I said, doing our drawing warm-ups from 1:30 to 2:30 roughly, and you can join us. Just listen to some chill, royalty-free music that is fine to stream, as well as the sultry sounds of my voice as I kind of just talk you through what I'm doing, and join me on this journey through my professional career as I take it more and more seriously. I've been an artist for a number of years, and professionally I've been working for, about years, and I now have the support from those around me, and I'm lucky enough to fully pursue my artistic endeavors. So right now we're going to be working on I'm working on a series of oil paintings that heavily feature kind of the human form and human anatomy. So my warm-ups are going to be reflecting that, and we're going to be kind of talking about the system involved in kind of like developing a drawing when we don't have anything in specific that we're going to be warming up with or working on. So right now we're going to start first of all with gesture drawings, because that's where every drawing should start. So working on just our gestures, I like to create tension. So, it's the difference between somebody standing like this, and somebody standing like this. So right now we've got some classical music playing to start your day with, sip some coffee with. Oh goodness, we gotta switch to low latency because the internet service here is garbage. I apologize for that. Low latency toggle, advanced menu and settings, stream, latency mode, normal, low latency. Well, we're on to low latency. So I need, it's very frustrating. I'm gonna have to call Xfinity. Get this fixed. But anyways, as I was saying, I got really into classical music. I was traveling recently, and one of those that you could, stream movies and stuff on the flight. And they just had classical music, and I just closed my eyes and started enjoying it. And one of the things I really love about this music genre is how much emotion it can spark and inspire without any vocals, without any clear vocals. it's just yeah, it's just that instrumental. I mean, of course, now poof, all of a sudden one shows up that's got a choral part, but most of them don't, and that's something I respect. I always like these like really stretched out figures too. So, different ways to do gesture drawings. You can even block it off. A lot of people will just do a through line. So that's our main through line. Boom. And then we're kind of like. So this would actually we'll do it like this. Getting ready for a nice little roundhouse kick there or something. Somebody about to kick a soccer ball, maybe. I would actually turn it like this. Like that. Yeah, there we go. You know, and that's one of the other things that is important about gesture drawings is, you know, you just get messy. When you don't start with your finished product, you're less precious. That's one of the hardest things that I had to learn in school, was how not to be precious with my art. It doesn't matter. You're the creator, you're the destroyer. Just, you know, allow imperfections to occur, which is tough because I feel like most artists are perfectionists. I know I am. I just watched the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man recently, so I think this is starting to turn into a bit of a Spider-Man-y pose here. But, you know, whatever. Fuck it. Screw it. Sorry. My apologies. We're just gonna jump right into Spider-Man. That's right. A menace! Spider-Man! Get me pictures of Spider-Man. J. Jonah James. Can't forget that crotch. It's the whole point of the spandex. Show the ladies which work well. And the gents, you know. We live in a society on a spectrum now. I mean, feel this epicness in this music. It's so amazing. But yeah. So here we go. We're getting some gestures done. In the actual first episode, which we had some playback issues, and you know we're still going to be working out kinks for a while. But the whole point is that we are getting the videos out there. We are getting them done because progress needs to be made regardless of its success. You know. And that's kind of the whole point of this for anybody who's struggling to either make that progress or struggling to make their success. This video is for me, and it's for you as well. It's to help us reach our goals and help us continue to grind and stay positive in the face of, you know, adverse success. So getting some, I mean, everybody's got kind of the same physique here, but you know, I mean, like, look at the dynamism in this pose as compared to, and then we just kind of block in the other values. Oh yeah, I like this. This guy's kind of, he's a shorter dude. This is like a, you know, be a Tom Cruise-esque character. Dude's short. Dude's impressive, but he's short. Then again, everybody's short when you're 6'10". Boom. Look at that jaunty angle. Yeah, you gotta love it. Almost wearing a helmet there. Spider-Man stuff. Alright. So, yeah, now we'll just kind of like go ahead and get into some facial stuff. Continue on that trend. Jawline, that would be where it connects. Be the neck. Boom, boom. I'm going to bring it down right here. I'm going to go like this. This is the face itself. So keep it all boxed in there. Cheekbones come in right there. These cheekbones go down right there. Oh yeah, look at that. Just zoom in. Gotta love the zoom. It's gonna be looking at you menacingly. Uh-oh. This dude's planning something. What? I don't know yet. But we'll see. Only time will tell. But we don't want to get into any kind of shading. Like right now, you know, we're just finding the stuff. Something I had mentioned in the original stream that, you know, nobody caught and we didn't get a recording of. But, you know, again, it was a test stream and I was just kind of like feeling things out. But anyways, in that original stream, I was talking about a very prominent member of the online artistic community and just a fantastic art educator, Stan Prokopenko, Proko TV. Look it up, follow their advice. You know, I mean, the dude, what he's created is incredible. You know, he talks about the pyramid. Essentially the food pyramid of, but I'm not going to steal his content. This is something that was really stressed during my time in school. It's that you really need to work on the foundation. So you really start with gesture drawings. You're not starting with gesture drawings, and then you're not progressing from a gesture drawing to, you know, we're going to do another one right here. So here's the through line, and then so now we know that this is the back, and then we're gonna put the shoulders like this, and we're actually gonna do this so that way we can really create that foreshortening with the shoulders, because this is what the pose is gonna be. So a little bit of that back is exposed. But anyways, if you're not starting with the gesture drawing, and then you're not progressing from the gesture to the kind of like blocking in major shapes and structures, and then from structures progressing to like musculature and like placement of like you know, limb positioning and stuff like that. if you're skipping all these steps and you're just jumping right into rendering a drawing that you have pictured in your mind, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be as good as it could be. It could still be good, but the chances of that are significantly reduced if you bypass all this other stuff, because the way I used to describe it in school is shading is the CGI. Shading is it, if you equate a drawing to a movie, shading is the special effects. It is it's not the meat and potatoes of the storytelling. It's just the shininess, you know? It's essentially like a well-shaded drawing with terrible fundamentals and structure. It's a Michael Bay movie. You know, it's just all flash, no substance. You know, the directing is whatever. The storytelling is subpar. Like the dialogue is meh. But man, those explosions and those transforming robots are super cool, but they're not going to carry your movie. So, you know, just like that, shading's not going to carry your drawing if it's done, if you're just gilding poop, you know, if you're just making if you're just dipping a poop in gold, it's still a poop. It's just poop covered in gold. So, yeah, you really want to work on the fundamentals to get the other stuff better, to get the shading and the other structures better. So, yeah, you want to start, that big bottom one is going to be like your gestures, and then your you know, drawing with cylinders, because you're boiling everything down to its basic shapes. Taking the traps, turning them into triangles, taking your lats, turning them into triangles, separating the muscle groups out, creating, and even that is kind of jumping the gun, because I'm guilty of skipping ahead. I like finished drawings. There is a point in every piece of art where you hate your artwork. And every artist knows that. But not every artist knows that they need to work through that. So, as you can see, you know, and it's great because you can be messy. I mean, like, I'm going to clean this all up, but, you know, I'm just drawing some basic shapes here. And if I wanted to really get into it, like, boom. Middle finger is always longer than the index finger. But yeah, so I'm just creating, you know, boxes and cylinders here that are going to inform the rest of the drawing. And then we create that nice foreshortening. And what's nice too is if you do this, then you don't need to be nearly as worried about, again, being precise. You don't need to you don't need to be precious with your art. You can just, you know, I mean, who cares when I do this, you know? Boom, 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 boom. Let's just erase a bunch of this stuff. You know, like, I don't need to be precious. I don't care about the amount of time that I've put into this. And if you just, like, keep that as a main focus throughout your, and then there's the gorgeous blessing of Control-Z within, you know, digital art. One of the hardest things working with the oil painting, switching to because I'm doing so many oil paintings right now, is just the inability to just, like, you know, customize stuff on the fly, like, you know, whatever, we're just gonna rotate this, we're gonna shrink that head, push that stuff back a bit more, like, whatever. So that's just one of the perks of digital drawing. But yeah, anyways, so then I'm gonna create, oh, that's where his other leg is. And then we can just really work in the anatomy right there. So other people aren't really going to see that, all that anatomy, once we actually, like, carve into this. Then we got, really, separate out those deltoids. That bicep's going to be turned sideways. Triceps. Elbow. Forearm. And then this guy. Look at this. We can just, boom. Move that right there. This is me just doing warm-ups. Welcome if you're joining us. We're just getting our warm-ups in, we're getting our grind on, because this is the stuff that you need to do every day to be a better artist. This is the 10,000 hours, you know. And if you do those 10,000 hours, you know, with the assistance of people better than you, again, hard thing for me to do because I like to think I'm the best at whatever I try. It's you know, yeah, this one is gonna be, it's gonna be flexed in a. And then as you see, we're kind of like defining now more of the musculature and the shape of the body. And again, it's that whole not having to be precious thing, because we started out messy, so we don't care. If you start out with scribbles, nobody cares about scribbles. Scribbles are the best. Scribbles allow you to remain detached. And then, oh God, gotta love the digital, because now I'm like, there we go. There's the hand position that we want. Oh, look at that. And then actually, also, take time to learn your hotkeys. My God, the amount of time that, or your God, whatever, I don't really believe in one, but it's all good. But anyways, take the time to learn the hotkeys for whatever program you're using. Right here, we're using Clip Studio Paint because pretty soon we're going to really start diving into the graphic novel that I'm writing. So I really wanted to get more comfortable and better with this program. And they're all pretty translatable. They're all pretty intuitive. Like, if you know Photoshop, like, you can kind of customize your stuff around whatever. Yeah, I mean, you can always change your hotkeys, but it's like, learn your hotkeys. You know what I'm saying? Because that is going to just speed you up so much to know those hotkeys. So, yeah. But anyways, which is like almost an Iron Man-y kind of character that we've got going here. So yeah, we're kind of just rolling pretty hard with this pose. I have giant fingers, so sometimes I'll fat finger stick into that. That's a term for gamer that gamers would know when you hit more than one key, because your fingers are a little bigger than normal. But yeah. Separate those quads. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, Get those muscles in. Get that inner. Get that outer. Boom. There we go. We forgot which direction his leg was facing for a minute. Oh, but now we want to add. Oh, yeah. God. See, I love that graphic shading style of. By the way, it's crazy to go back. I had just been talking about the original Spider-Man with Topher Grace, the first one. It's amazing to go back and watch that and realize that movie really was the start of this whole massive superhero franchise push that we've been experiencing in the past 20 years, you know? It's just wild to go back and watch it. Another channel that I love to watch is Corridor Crew. They like to go over people's. Oh yeah, look at that. Mm-hmm. See, and then we just kind of like, I mean, who cares? We're just warming up. We're just blocking in shapes. I switched to a thicker, G pen. Switching to a pen from a pencil. Wait, there we go. There's that line. That's where that would be. That's where that is. Get the other shoulder in there. Get that forearm. I'm gonna put so that would be more like that. That would be if you saw the other one, well, of course, nobody really saw the other one, but the other, man, this is, my bitrate is terrible. Getting 1,100 kilobytes per second, this is awful. So yeah, sorry about the stream. Poor network connection. We're gonna have to fix this situation at some point. And I'm terribly sorry that it's not more stable. But anyways, back to it. So in the other, now we're just gonna go ahead and add a new layer. We'll reduce the opacity on this one, and we'll just kind of get in there. So, like, you know, now we've kind of blocked in. There we go, get this guy. And I turned down my stabilization a lot because this is the crank up the stabilization. We'll crank it up even more. You get that delay where it's like trying to help you smooth out here. Eyebrows are right at the brow ridge. So then we'll go. Ear. I sometimes still... The thing that I have to look up the most, always, is ears. Just the... Because, first of all, every ear is so unique in structure to the next. They have, like, the major components, but... So it's like, this is your actual, like, ear hole, essentially. And then it would kind of like come out in this, and then you get the Y, which then does like this. So then you, it's the shapes in the ear are very unique, and everybody's ear is different. So I constantly have to look up ears. Never be ashamed of having to look up references. Another thing that took forever for me to learn was to not feel like you were cheating somehow by using references, like you were somehow less than because you needed to look up how something looked to make your art better, which is, God, it's the most ridiculous. And it goes back to the whole just the hubris of it, you know, like feeling like you need to be the best at something. Right away, it's bad, and you know, we've all got our stuff. Everybody's got to get over things, but that's definitely one of mine. So then this is going to be way more sunken. We're gonna go ahead and do the actual like eye socket outline, because that's actually the outline. Your cheek and your eye socket are basically one. This is definitely making me a better artist too. Well, it just helps, you know, other people, gives them something to view while they're doing their grind. Because everybody's grinding something. And if you're not, you should be. Like, see, I made his nose way too big. These are the things, don't be scared, don't be precious. It's okay to fuck up. It's okay to mess up. You know, like saying an F word on Twitch. Just bleep it out. And be grateful that nobody's actually watching your stream. So you're not going to really get in trouble for it. This guy's got something devious on his mind, my goodness. Almost a Professor Xavier kind of look to him. Ooh, Did you see that sweet line? See, and that's that line confidence that you get from drawing with your whole arm instead of your wrist. Don't draw with your wrist. Unless you're doing fine details. Like, here we go. Drawing with my wrist. Drawing with my arm. You know? Going smaller. If you're doing those small details, go ahead, lay your elbow on something and just work your wrist. Because you're doing something small like this. Oh, there we go. He's got some cool wonky eyes. Oh, look at that. Or like this. Let's create a little bit of a little hatching right there for his lips. Define the direction of those lips, the cant of them. Actually, just go ahead and shade this top lip. And apologies, 1 second, getting a phone call. Hello? Okay. It's fine. I'm just in the middle of my stream. No, it's fine. I already interrupted. Nobody's watching. I need to call the internet service provider and get our internet fixed. It is... like, I can't stream. Because, like, and I'm paying $80 a month. Like, that's the ridiculous part. Yeah, so I need them to come out. So I'm gonna be calling them today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning. Yeah. It's bananas. I'm like, I don't know what to do. It just keeps the stream keeps disconnecting. So I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad I'm recording it at the same time. But I didn't pause the recording. Whoops. Sorry about that interruption. But anyways, yeah. So I didn't remember what I was saying, but remember that your top lip is generally going to be a darker color than your bottom lip. It's generally in shadow. I like to go back in and erase. This is actually my favorite style of drawing reductive drawing, which is struggles you can't really do that naturally. So that's one of your favorite methods. God, I love this leaf head. Crisp lines. All right. So anyways, yeah. What was I saying? Well, this is the reductive, we're doing a bit of both. Reductive and non-reductive. Well, more additive, I should say. Got some feminine features, but again, everybody's on the spectrum. Maybe it's just a little metro, likes to look good. I'm actually gonna go ahead and, because again, this is just first this. So I went ahead and looked up that's the Y. why of it all. But as you can see, we're getting more and more defined. But we started with the gestures, we started with the rough stuff, and then we create the definition from that rather than jumping right into the definition. Because that is a recipe for disaster. That's your, that's your Michael Bay. That's your Michael Bay drawing. You're just shading with poor structure. And nobody wants that. And there we go. Look at how much better that ear looks. That's just looking up a little bit of reference. We're going to just go ahead and go in and reduce some of the... soften up some of those lines. Soften up those. Just kind of fix this lip a bit. Top lip is generally going to be thinner than the bottom lip on most people, so everybody's different. Gotta create that definition from the philtrum. That's that little structure that comes down from the bridge of your nose. That's your philtrum, if anybody didn't. But, just little facts. Two of the, and that just, comes back to great things to learn alongside art. Physics and biology. Oh my gosh, absolutely the two best things that you can learn alongside art, just having a rudimentary understanding of those two, scientific fields will help immensely with your art, because if you understand physics, then you understand, not only how a structure should be shaped in order to move a certain way and behave a certain way, but you also learn how light interacts with objects, how light bounces off of objects, how it interacts with itself. You start to learn, you have a better understanding of things like ambient occlusion, why certain things are in shadow, why certain things, we perceive things as a certain color, because light bouncing from one object to another, how much light is being absorbed, how much light is actually bouncing, what colors are going to absorb, just stuff like that. And then, biology. Obvious reasons, because then you have a better understanding of how organic objects fit together and why people are put together the way they are. So, this beautiful, if not devious person that we're creating here. But then we're going to do this, and then we got to get the chords of the, so save room for the chords of the neck, because see, this is, we know where the ear is positioned because and where the jaw ends, because there's that cord in your neck that connects to the bone right above your sternum, right down here, which in turn connects to your clavicles, which in turn connects to your shoulders. So we know where we're screwing up on this guy's structure, because, so like here is the shoulder connecting to the clavicle. The clavicle's got a bit of a bend to it. Rib cage, so if that's the sternum, that triangle right there, rib, 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 boom. This is the rib cage itself. Men and women's rib cages are a bit differently since we're drawing a masculine feature. I honestly don't know if I'm allowed to tell people whether they're men or women nowadays. But anyways, this one, and then boom. But now, I'm just gonna go ahead and soften all that up because it's not the focus. That was just a demonstration. But yeah, so there we go. Now we're creating. We've got. This is the lower portion of the jaw, or underneath, like right there below the chin. And then this is the Adam's apple, technically. So we're gonna go like, God, and I love hat shading. People who are really skilled at hat shading, some of my favorite artists to watch. Just creating dimension and volume out of just simple lines, creating the planes of a face where it's like, we're gonna do this. Remember, the goal here is still to just be warming up. So that's one of the other reasons that there's no clear, theme involved in this. So, but I'll always look at comments. So if people do want to see specific styles or themes or anything in these grinding videos, please feel free to comment and tell me what you might want to see, and I will make it happen for you. Kind of suggesting the eyebrow ridge, because like this is the eyebrow ridge right here, you know, and this is the other eyebrow ridge right here. So we're just kind of suggesting those with these light little hatches. And we'll go in right there, go in right there, go in right there. And that phone call was about my fiance taking my car keys instead of her car keys, so I'm not going anywhere today. So, you're stuck with me all day. Well, you're stuck with me for another 10 minutes or so while we finish up these warm-ups, I guess is what I should really said. But yeah, look at that. Ooh, isn't that fun? You gotta love hatching. It's my favorite shading style, honestly. That and reductive. Because, I mean, this right here, this is the most fun. I'm just gonna go in and we're just gonna start etching. Isn't this just the most... It's the coolest. Sorry, I love it. Just going in and erasing like this. This is my favorite. This is why I have a degree in drawing and printmaking rather than, you know, something useful. Because I'm too big a fan of modalities that people no longer use. I am somebody who masters the obsolete. That reductive style. As we get to the point where we can, we'll just but anyways, yeah. So there we go. We're kind of showing some different drawing styles. We're just getting ourselves loosened up, showing some different shading styles, showcasing the concept of, you know, fundamentals progressing into, you know, more finishing skills, I guess you should say, and really the process that you should take, where it's gesture to blocking in shapes, to creating, you know, poses, to blocking in some basic lighting, and then slowly just getting more and more precise with your rendering, rather than just jumping right into rendering, which is something we are all guilty of, and it is the worst way to progress. In order to progress, you got to go back to the fundamentals. You got to go back to the fundamentals every day. You know, in the first video we did, which was yesterday, you know, we were showing that with a hand, showing that with some like blocking and stuff, and it was fun. So I'm sorry that nobody's ever going to really get to see that video, because we were streaming but not recording, and without the recording capture, not going to be able to post it afterwards. So and we didn't have any viewers, so you know, anybody not viewing, which was everybody, wasn't seeing it. So it's bad forever. But it is not a problem, because I got something out of it. And if I got something out of it, then I can pass that back on to you, fine people, for as long as I'm doing this. And like I said, the goal of this is to create good disciplined habits for myself and help other people create good disciplined habits, because we've all got to grind. We've all got to do the stuff that we don't like to do. We've all got to just, you know, put in the work and the time required for true mastery and greatness. And that's my goal, and you know, it should be yours too, in everything we do. And none of us are perfect, and none of us are going to be the best at anything ever, except Tom Brady. So please give yourself a break, give other people a break, keep working, keep grinding, and I will see you all tomorrow. And if you don't see me tomorrow, hold me accountable, because I want to be better than what I am, and you all should too. We all should strive to be better than what we are, and strive to be better to each other. So, thank you so much for tuning in if you did, and we'll see you tomorrow. Love y'all, and love each other. Appreciate it.